From the famous corner of Clark and Addison in Chicago, we're set for Cubs baseball. The offense continues to bash. A 6-3 win last night over the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's game 2 tonight against Colin Moran and the Bucks, right here on Marquee Sports Network. And welcome inside the TV booth alongside Jim DeShays. I'm Len Casper. Cubs off to a 5-2 start. We will talk offense here in a second, but JD, we have to start with the rotation.
Yeah, let's start with the starters. Last night, Darvish pitched. He was outstanding. You may recall his first outing was just so-so against Milwaukee, but dominant stuff last night. And so the first time and a half through the rotation, the Cubs starters have been really good. They've made 4 quality starts out of 7, tied for second in Major League Baseball. They're 2.68 ERA, good for 4th in all of MLB. Strikeout to walk ratio, outstanding. They're keeping it in the yard, not giving up much slugging. And that all adds up to a real good job of run suppression.
Tyler Chatwood will pitch tonight, coming off a real good debut.
Yeah, maybe the most encouraging of all the starts. The Hendricks complete game on opening day notwithstanding, we just weren't sure what you're going to get from Tyler Chatwood this year, but he got off to a great start. 6 innings of 3-hit, 1-run ball. He punched out 8, including Christian Yelich 3 times. So it was an electric fastball, good breaking stuff. Real solid effort from Tyler Chatwood. Tonight, he's up against a young right-hander. Mitch Keller will be making his second start. He was good first time out against St. Louis. Limited Major League experience, a high ERA through 53 innings, but he's been their top pitching prospect over the last couple of years, so it's just a matter of time before this kid figures it out.
So let's get to that offense, averaging over 6 runs per game to this point and really squaring up a lot of baseballs.
Yeah, just one quality at bat after another. Anthony Iapose has to be really thrilled what he has seen from his hitters. Cubs showing great patience. Chris Bryant at the top of the batting order. He still hasn't gotten it going, but he's seeing a lot of pitches. Cubs at the top of the league in that department. Hard hit rate, they are second by a pretty wide margin in terms of better than league average. And average exit velo, they are second in Major League Baseball as well.
Love how you say velo. Coming up next, Taylor McGregor with more on the impact of rookie second baseman Nico Horner. Way back there and gone.
I remember that always. I got the ball too. Great at bats, using all fields. The offense was really strong.
The offense, certainly the feather in the cap of David Ross.
There has been no shortage of offense for the Chicago Cubs here in 2020 so far, and they look to continue that tonight against the Pittsburgh Pirates. One of the men trying to do that is Nico Horner, who will be batting 7th, playing second base. We have seen Nico Horner since his Major League debut last September be very productive offensively. This is a guy who was scouted to be a high contact rate hitter, but what we've seen out of him so far in his 26 Major League games is he's Mr. Clutch as well. Just look at these numbers: 391 with runners on, 500 with runners in scoring position, and then 583 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. That's going to take us back to our memorable moment, brought to you by Prevagen, the #1 pharmacist recommended memory support brand. We go back to September 13th, 2019. In his Wrigley Field debut, Nico went 2 for 5, hit his first Major League home run and 4 RBIs, along with 2 runs scored. The first inning shot to center came off of tomorrow's Pittsburgh Pirates starter, Steven Brault. And when you hear Nico Horner, the favorite thing amongst the coaches is the way he carries himself in the big league locker room. Like I mentioned, only 26 games at the big league level, but he acts like he's been here for 10 years, which is an incredibly high compliment for the rookie. So that's what we got as far as Nico Horner. But when we come back, we got more news when it comes to Major League Baseball and what this league is dealing with in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. Well, we've got some gray skies here on the north side of Chicago, but we're getting set of game 2 of 3 between the Cubs and the Pirates this evening. And as we do, we're going to continually evaluate the way that the coronavirus pandemic is impacting Major League Baseball. There's some more news to update you on this evening. Now 6 personnel between players and staff with the St. Louis Cardinals who have tested positive for the coronavirus. That team's supposed to be in Milwaukee facing the Brewers, but that series has been postponed. Now, in response to that, Lorenzo Cain deciding to opt out of this season. He was a huge part of the Brewers lineup, and that brings a total to 18 players who decided to opt out of this season. Now, Commissioner Manfred asked about that and released a statement saying, "We are playing. The players need to be better, but I am not a quitter in general, and there is no reason to quit now. We have to be fluid, but it is manageable." And speaking of good news when it comes to the coronavirus, how about Mike Napoli? He had tested positive for COVID back in Florida, but he is now negative and is here joining the team in Chicago. Everybody really excited to have his positive energy back in the Cubs clubhouse. He is always knowledgeable and brings a lot to this team. And speaking of team, Tyler Chatwood trying to get this team off to a good start this evening. He will be on the mound for the Cubs this evening. Next up, we've got lineups and first pitch with JD and Len.